Hey folks, welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today, I'm going to be going over a number of different topics dealing with the stock market. I'm actually going to be discussing, I'm actually going to be coming out with multiple videos, shorter videos, to kind of try to catch up over the last 10 days. As many of you know, that I'd actually got pretty sick, and through your guys' prayers and support, I've gotten a whole lot better and getting ready to get back into the groove of things. We are heading into this summer, and I want to remind folks what happened in 2021, and we'll get into that. But it's going to be very important with the way that the stock market is, the ups and the downs, the good and the bad news, and we're going to be seeing a lot of fluctuations. All right, and one of the things is you're going to have to learn how to let go at certain points. All right, and it's one of the reasons why I had started back in 2021, especially with those who were on the Patreon and in the TC Watch group, and I was trying really hard to kind of, show people about swing trading, day trading, and all that, because it was going to be a time, which we did go through, that you're going to need to let go of certain stocks and not hold on to it, especially when it's reaching its high points. Now, we look at the Dow. The Dow's currently sitting at 33,212 points. It was up on its close on Friday, up 575 points. The S&P up 100 points. The NASDAQ Composite 390. Russell 2,049, almost 50 points. Going into next week, I think it's going to be really, really important, especially for stocks like AMC. I did a lot of purchasing of AMC. I kind of wish I had waited at least a week to start buying AMC, but it is what it is. And there was a lot of opportunities to average down when AMC went down to a low of $9.70. Now, if you waited and you didn't start investing till around $10 mark, you guys are up tremendously. Now, one of the things about AMC and the anticipation of Top Gun. And according to this article, it says here, Top Gun Maverick still taking breath away with $150 million Memorial Day opening, best ever for Tom Cruise. That's amazing that this is even actually happening. And it's brought a lot of people out, brought a lot of people who haven't been out to the movies in a long time. I would like to go and see it, but I would also had read a little bit about it, and Val Kilmer was in it, but he didn't really have like a speaking role so much because he had throat cancer, and so it's messed up his voice. And so for me, that's kind of disappointing not being able to see one of the main characters from the old Top Gun. But nevertheless, this movie has done very, very well. So this is huge, and this is going to be huge for AMC come opening on Tuesday. The shorts that are attacking the stock, they're in a kind of a bad situation right now. And the thing about it is, you would think that at some point over the last year that they would let it go. Why haven't the hedge funds let this stock go? And a lot of it has to do with pride. The hedge funds versus the retail traders. That's what it's really been all about, because they have been stealing money from retail traders for years and taking advantage of retail traders. And they still won't let AMC, GME go. It's just amazing. And just looking at the AMC shorts and the short value, right now it's up above 50%, going back to the 23rd of May. And one day it looks like it reached over 60%. And that's absolutely crazy that they're still trying to hold on to this stock. And looking at the fails to deliver, we finally did start getting some of the numbers, and it doesn't look like it's too bad as far as the fails to deliver. And so over the next 35 days, there's not too many right now as far as what we can see. I don't know what the what the May numbers are, because we're still only seeing April's. One of the things that I find it weird that we're still, after all this time, that we still don't get fails to deliver accurate information in a timely manner. But it's just amazing that they still are holding on to this. And the shorts are about to get crushed. And not just with AMC, but I think a lot of other stocks, because I think many of you who are invested in AMC, for those of you, especially those, a lot of you have been holding on for a very long time, they're going to be pouring their profits from AMC into other stocks. I know for me, I plan on doing it with Zion Oil and a few other stocks, BBB, some other stocks that I'm interested in. This is the thing, folks. You're going to need to learn to let go during these situations, because when you do see AMC, hitting $1,000, there's going to be times where you are going to have to let go, and because it's going to fluctuate, just like we saw with many stocks during that time period. And if you guys remember, right? You guys remember this document. This was my stock watch 118.21. And these were all the stocks that I was looking at before the short squeezes actually took place. And unfortunately, I didn't have GameStop on here or AMC at that time, but there was a lot of stocks that I was talking about. And I said, you guys have to learn to let go. These aren't stocks that you are investing in, right? There was a lot of OTC stocks that I was involved in, like ENZC, and at the time of the video, it was at 12 cents, and then it actually had reached up to 95 cents. OZSC, same thing, 3 cents. It actually got up to 50 cents, right? So there was a lot of these that actually did skyrocket, but see, a lot of people held on to them. They were holding on to them as like investments, like HPNN. Now, I like HPNN, but at the time of the video, when I had made the video, it was 0.002 cents, and it actually reached a high of almost 4 cents. And so a lot of people didn't let go. You can see over here, costs. At the time I made the video, it was at $2.89, and actually skyrocketed to $127. And I missed out on that one, and that would have been life-changing for me. And so this here is just an example of how much these stocks can go up within a very short amount of period of time. But this is what happened, is that they started restricting a lot of these stocks. Remember the full restriction, that you guys remember the restriction list, right? Robinhood had one, and all the other platforms all together conspired to keep all these stocks from skyrocketing. Now, this time it's going to be different. On May the 24th, the SEC released a statement. SEC charges TradeZero America and co-founder with deceiving customers about meme stock trading halts. Now, you guys remember, just like Robinhood and all these others, they restricted people from buying stocks. Right, so this was the first major charges against a brokerage that was trying to stop people from purchasing these meme stocks, but also to stop, these stocks from exploding. And, of course, at the bad end of that would have been many of the hedge funds. And this time around, folks, when this happens, they're not going to be able to stop it. Because the SEC, Gary Gensler, like I've been saying for a very long time, it's a different SEC. And a lot of people, they don't agree with me about this, but if you follow the SEC and everything that they do and all the changes that they're making, you guys have to understand, they're coming against some of the most wealthiest people in the world when they're trying to make these changes and make it a better and fairer market for everyone, for the little guy. And it's not something that you can just come out and just start going after these people, because these people, guess what? They've been donating to both Republicans and Democrats for years and years and years. So he has to tread lightly, but also he has a goal that he wants to obtain dealing with this. And you're not going to see the same thing that happened in 2021 that you're getting ready to see here during this summer. So I want you guys to be aware of that. The powers to be that did what they did in 21 do not have the same power. They've actually, a lot of these hedge funds and stuff, actually a lot of these hedge funds have been hurting since the beginning of the year because a lot of these liquidations and a lot of these stocks have been down tremendously since the beginning of the year. We're talking like a lot of major stocks down 50, 60% for the year. So I do expect the same thing to happen. So folks, if you guys are going to be investing into any of the stocks, you want to make sure that you are able to let go. Most of the stocks that I am in, I'm going to have to let go at some point because what goes up is also going to come down. And it's going to be also opportunities for swing trading because you can see a stock go up and it's up 400 or 500%, and then you sell off and everybody else is selling off, and then it gets back down to to where it was, and then the next thing you know, 2 days later it's skyrocketing another 200 or 300%. So just remember to take profits. So I do look forward to see what's going to happen with AMC and a lot of these other stocks. And you can get in on it if you know exactly what you're doing, because what's going to happen is you can always still get in because these stocks are going to be halted on their way up. When a stock begins to rise quickly, they get halted. And so there's going to be, and that's what's been going on actually over the last 2 weeks. A lot of different penny stocks that were at 20 cents, were skyrocketing 300, 400, 500%, and then coming back down, right? And then repeating this process over these last couple weeks. So that's one thing for sure, is just to make sure that you are ready to let go when these stocks do squeeze. It's just like Zion Oil. If it squeezes, folks, and we don't have any news, just know that it could go up and then come all the way back down. So you can get excited about it, but if you're not taking profits and then putting back in on the low, then it doesn't benefit you to get all excited if you're not taking advantage of the opportunities. So anyways, folks, that is all I have for this today. I have several more videos coming today, and I'm going to be discussing the cryptocurrency markets and a few other things. We look forward to Tuesday when the stock markets open back up, and we'll see what AMC does at this point. So I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.